Hello. We're finally back for like a regular vlog. I think it's Monday. Computer says it's Monday. I took a nap and that really throws things off. And then like of course the things are highlighted back there. I'm collecting clothes for a clothing swap, and I got in some things like for summer and like global quarter that need to be like business casual in some ways. And so like until I decide what I'm keeping, they're just kind of out there, and then I'll stick them somewhere. Yeah, that was just my empanada going off. It's not too early to eat dinner, but like if I want to get anything done, I can't have dinner, but I'm also hungry, so I'm having a snack, and so I'm having a Trader Joe's empanada. I've never had that before, so it may be terrible, it may be fine, we'll see. But yeah, we're back. And I don't think this week is going to just be like so interesting, but it's a normal week, and that's what I vlog. What did I do with my fork? That's what the inside looks like I think caramelized onion, spinach, cheese. Decent. Not like the best I've ever had, but it fills the need with a decent amount of flavor. Okay, finish this and then back to work. Okay, long time no see. I am obviously getting ready. It's getting towards the end of the year, and so like clubs and stuff are having like, I don't know, we're actually having walk retreat, which we would have had at the beginning of the year, but you know, pandemic. So we are having it now, and it's just gonna be like a quick little like dinner activity, reflecting, stuff like that. So I'm getting ready for that. My room is a mess, but I am off. So, it's Monday. I did some work and did some resting yesterday, Sunday, and then I think the only thing I really should today is walking around campus. I went to Newcomb to a professor's office to drop off a book that I borrowed a while back. And then I went to class and I had like a panel during lunch, and so I didn't have time in between class, and then I came home after my second class, and then I went to go return packages, and then I stopped at Treehouse on campus. I was like a FedEx drop box close by, so I could drop some things off and not worry about like driving or like to somewhere that needed a lot of parking, or where I didn't have the parking situation. Anyway, I'm rambling. Had dinner, and then like as I was eating dinner, I got like the leaked news about this like SCOTUS Roe v. Wade impending knockdown, and I can't even say it's disappointing at this point, because this has been coming, and I think it just brings me back to when I first started this law school journey, like almost 10 years ago or so. And like, I don't mean like my application process or even taking the LSAT, but just like in college, thinking about what I wanted to do next. And I spent a lot of the time in between law school and college. Like, I got a job, and it was just, I chose it specifically because like I could go into a public policy graduate program after, I could probably go into a PhD program after, I could go into law school, I could do an MBA. Like, it was very open, and like it fit as like a good job that would look good on a resume for any of those things, and it would make sense to do any of those things. And I chose law school, and I think like at certain points, like you try to decide what path you would like to do, and like anybody, I considered litigation. Like, I think unlike some people, I had a better idea of what options were, at least like the difference like between doing like litigation and even doing like the type of litigation work that's like actually going to put you in court at some point. And then like transactional, and I pretty much landed on transactional, but knowing that like, you know, like casework, making big moves, that was litigation. But I think somewhere along the way, like I've always been public interest focused, even when I wasn't thinking law school, like community development and things like that. But somewhere along the way, I got a little bit disenfranchised because I could see how in like regulatory spaces and legal spaces and things like political spaces, how little control the average person has, and honestly how unfair some of these things are. And not to say like the grass is greener on like the other side, like pure public, not public, pure private, like corporate life, but I think it just felt like I would never have the real impact that like litigating cases, like if it doesn't matter how great of a lawyer you are, if people have already decided what they want the outcome to be, and they have the power to do that. And so I just think like there are definitely like other types of like litigation roles that have so much impact, especially in like towns like the one I come from, like just making sure that someone's life isn't ruined. And like there's so much impact that can be made through like fundraising and organizing and just like grassroots things, and like that is something that I still believe in, but it wasn't ever kind of the path that I was going to take. And so with the things that I hear about and like community development, economic development, and like closing income and wealth gaps, it's almost like it just seemed like there was I guess like another path to a certain extent, and I don't know. I think like all of this to say is like there are like I feel like you can either change the law or you can change like the people, and those are both ways to make systemic change. Like and by changing people I mean kind of like change the situation. And the law just for a long time hasn't felt realistic to me. And that's like not to say that I don't think there's value in law school. I just think like it's just such a hard road in that direction, and it's so small and so incremental, and like it's true for the other direction, but I think at a certain point I just decided that like I wanted to work on things that would put people in a position to where they could take care of themselves, if that makes sense. Like I don't know if we'll ever get our government into a place where it will take care of the people the way they should be taken care of. And if I can't count on that, then maybe we can do things that will leave them in a better position to where things like overturning Roe v. Wade is less devastating. I mean, and things like affordable healthcare, and like lack of access to that is less devastating because I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at tonight. Not the high point of like law school. Another quick note before I go to bed. I feel like I should clarify that I am not saying that I don't think that like we shouldn't still try to move the ball forward and still challenge things. It's just not the path for me. So today we had a walkout from class. It was actually better organized than I thought it would be, but like I should have expected more because I'm sure there are plenty of like actual organizers who go to school here. So that was, you know, I didn't say inspiring, probably just more like necessary at this point. And yeah, I did some work, cleaned my room some, and I made like a copycat recipe for Carbone's like spicy rigatoni, and I made it without Parmesan because I didn't have any, and I just like forgot to get some when I thought I would try to make this, and I made it with sriracha instead of the Calabrian like pepper paste or whatnot, and it was still bowl looking good. Like that's what I have right here. Anyway, I'm gonna finish dinner, do a couple things, and basically go to bed. Okay, I am picking you back up on a Sunday afternoon. It's one of those days where like I didn't really have breakfast, but I snacked in the morning and then I wasn't ready for lunch. So I'm having like mid-afternoon delivery. So I probably won't have dinner either. I'll just probably like eat on this. I got some chicken from the Port of Peri Peri. These are all chicken thighs, and like I'll probably have a little bit left over even after eating all this all afternoon and into the evening. And I'll like pair it with like, I don't know, rice and veggies and stuff later on this week because I'm trying not to do grocery shopping. And I've got like all these sauces. Like I order some specifically and then like they come with these which like aren't my favorite, like these red ones. But their barbecue sauce is really good, and then I get their ranch and their mayo. And then side of fries and coleslaw. But what we are up to today, I leave in under a week now for Global Quarter, and when I get back I'm basically moving out, so I need to have as much stuff done before I leave as possible. And like there's also finals and stuff, so like I've like washed my hair, slept in, rest because I had like a final and another thing due yesterday. And now I'm going to want clean clothes when I leave. I'm going to want any other clothes to be clean when I leave, whether they're going to storage or going with me into like San Francisco. And then like I will probably have to do laundry right getting back from this trip, but like I don't want anything else that needs to be cleaned as I'm trying to move out. So I'm going to try to separate my stuff in different categories, like going with me to London and Berlin and whatnot. And like that, anything going with me there will probably go with me this summer and probably into the fall, just like, like, even though I really don't think I'll need like businessy things, but like they're just like the stuff that's staying with me is the point. Um, because it'll either be like summer like clothing or business like clothing, both of which I will need. Other stuff, if it's like fall, I want it in storage but accessible, and then I may try to send some stuff home because, like, that I don't need necessarily like the summer, because I'll be at home for a big chunk of the summer. So yeah, that's where we're at. But I'm going to eat lunch, and I've been watching this while I wait for my hair to dry in bed. There was a whole bunch of controversy about this couple, and so like it delayed airing on Magnolia Network, which is also like controversial, but I need my fix of overly ornate interior design, so they're sticking with me, or I'm sticking with them for a minute.